Hey guys, welcome back to another painting video. This is Bear with Bear's Den Acrylic Art. I hope you all are having a really enjoyable Friday evening. I know I am because I spent the bulk of it mixing my pigments. So June is Pride Month, and to that end I am going to be doing a painting reflecting that. Using both This Little Piggy pigments and an array of tube paints that I have mixed to my Dutch pour consistency. We're going to be doing this on a 12 by 36 canvas, which is all level and taped and pinned. I've got Drew Barrymore right here waiting in the wings to go to work. And I'm excited for this just because I got a bunch of new pigments, so yay, there's that. And also I am going to be trying out the Deco Art Enchanted Ultra Black base for the first time. I have it mixed up, and to no one's surprise, it looks black. So I am going to flood my canvas. So I will be right back. Okay, thanks for sticking around. So we have the canvas flooded. We will do the obligatory popping of the bubbles, of which there are more than I would prefer, but I just mixed these, so them's the breaks, as my mother likes to say. All right. So, for this painting, I am going to start off by just putting down a bead of the pearl white from Deco Art's Dazzling Metallics. I use this paint a lot. And what I like to do with this, is really just give myself like a rough outline of, where I want things to go. So for this, we are going to be doing kind of a gentle zigzag. All right. And over this, I am going to put down my other colors. And over those, I am going to put the pigments. So in my head, this looks really great. So we'll see what it actually looks like, in execution. So first one I'm going to be putting down is Pearl Royal Purple by Arteza. So I'm going to be starting, on this end and working my way up the spectrum to red. And I'm going to put a little bit of overlay in between. So, okay. So there's the purple. Next, we are going to be using Metallic Cobalt Blue by Artist Loft. And I'm going to start a little bit further back just to overlay with the purple. And I'm hoping that because I am using some pearlescent colors over a metallic, that will give some cell reaction when I blow this out. So again, we'll see. All right, so next I've got Luscious Green by Arteza, which is this really beautiful, just iridescent gorgeousness. And all of these paints, again, are mixed to my 2 to 1 to 0.75 Floetrol to paint to water ratio. And that is just what gives me the best outcome. So next, this is Gentle Sunrise, also by Arteza, which, again, I love these iridescent paints from Arteza. They're really, really great. Next is Edgy Saffron, also by Arteza. And rounding it out, we have Winsor & Newton Alizarin Crimson. Okay, apparently my verbal skills are not what they need to be this evening. All right, so now we're going to move on to the pigments. Now each pigment, again, I said this in my last video, each pigment, I start off, because I don't do the bloom technique yet, I've really only been playing with these with Dutch pours. So each pigment, I start off with 7 grams of the Liquitex gloss gel. And to that I add, a rounded, spoonful end of the pigment. And I very slowly and very carefully mix it in to kind of wet the pigments and disperse. And I do wear a mask when I do this because I don't want to be breathing this stuff in. I want to decorate my den. I do not want to decorate my lungs. So I start off with 7 grams of the gloss gel, mix it in. I put in a little squirt of, I have this little bottle that's 50% Floetrol, 50% Liquitex pouring medium. I just give that a little squirt, nothing, probably like, I don't know, 2 grams, 3 grams. And then once it's mixed, it's wet adequately, I will add in 20 grams of Floetrol, 10 grams at a time. And you really just want to take your time stirring and, like running the spoon up the side of the inside of the cup to break up any clumps of pigment, that might be in there. And then to that, I add, just some water to, the proper consistency that I want for the Dutch pour. Now, that first one I laid down was Twilight by This Little Piggy. This next one is Taffy, which is this beautiful, bright blue, which I really do kind of love. Next, we are going to go in with Lily Pad, which is one of the colors that I just received, and I'm excited to see what this does. The other thing I'm hoping for is, I'm using, contrasting tones with the 2 paint and the pigment. So I'm hoping that along with the white pearl, it just gives, some depth, I guess. So this next one is Harvest Gold, which is just this rich, deep, deep gold. Next is going to be, Mango, which is just a really bright, kind of fun orange. And then lastly, we have Grenache, which is just Oh, it's like velvet. It is just so smooth and pretty. Um, you know, sometimes simple descriptors are the best. All right, so now that I have those laid down, let us torch. All right, so now we're going to blow this out following the lines of the zigzag. So wish me luck. We'll see how this goes. Okay. It's really pretty, but I can tell that I had my base a little too thick, because when I was blowing these out, you know, the lobes didn't travel how I am used to. You know, but that being said, man, there is some really, really good stuff going on here. Just going to give it another quick little torch. And you'll be able to see all this when I bring you down for the close-up. Now, couple things. You know, I've got some fairly solid blocks of color in here that I don't really want to mess with, even though they're a little bit more solid than I would like. There's such delicate lacing in here that you guys will see. I don't want to fuss with it too much. I guess what I will try. Every time I hold this, I want to start conducting. All right, so what I will try to do in order to break up, you know, these blocks of color just a little bit is I'm going to use my palette knife, and starting in the previous color, I'm just going to trace some shapes that are already present in the composition. And hopefully, you know, by starting in the previous color and dragging up, it pulls some of, like the blue here, it will pull the blue into the green, breaking up some of the solid blocks. That actually turned out pretty well. So we'll just do another one. Yeah, do not be afraid to tweak your paintings. I was so scared of messing up, you know, that I didn't want to touch it after I finished, you know, blowing it out or, you know, swiping or whatever, you know, with whatever technique I was doing. But guys, don't be afraid to get in there and tweak. You know, if you're not happy with something, play with it until you are. And if worse comes to worse, guess what? You can scrape it, or, you know, you can do whatever you need to do. Okay? But yeah, just don't be afraid. So we're just going to drag a little bit of the green up through the gold. And again, I am just following the contours that are already present. Just go slowly. Sorry, I'm concentrating. I'm not being rude. All right, I don't want to touch any more of this. I really like how this turned out. So let me bring you down for a close-up, and you know, we'll point some things out. So yeah, let me bring you in. All right, so you can see all of this really gorgeous lacing. And you see where I dragged the palette knife just to kind of bring some of the colors up. Wow, there's a lot to look at here. I love this webbing, this lacing. It's so delicate. Now, one thing I know I'm guilty of, if you look at the red as compared to everything else, all right, you see how the alizarin crimson sank? All right, that tells me that it wasn't quite at the same density, but there's still this really great lacing, you know, going on throughout this whole piece. So I might fiddle with it just a little bit. But yeah, overall, I am super happy with how this Pride painting turned out. Yeah. One last thing, guys. I just wanted to show you the 12 by 36 I did a couple nights ago for my Ghost on Ghost series, which, man, I am blown away by the amount of feedback and support. So yeah, any of those pieces, any of, well, all of my artwork really is available to purchase. All you have to do is just get in contact with me, either via Facebook, my art page, Bear's Den Acrylic Art. Send me a message if you're interested, or you can email me at bear@bearsdenacrylicart.com. So guys, thanks again for sticking around for another painting video. If you're new to the channel or haven't done so yet, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell notification, so you can be in the loop as far as when new content is being put out. I am trying to grow, this channel into, something appreciable. So any support would be appreciated. So to all my LGBTQ community, happy Pride. You are seen. Love is love. And I'll see you back at the next video, guys. Have a great night.